Okay, welcome back to turn 50 now for heavy hitters. It's getting a bit long in the tooth. What we're looking for this turn is this greyhound and the other greyhound putting some shots into these guys. Actually, I can't remember. I actually think the other greyhound is shooting at those guys, isn't it? Oh no, it's going to shoot around there and it's going to shift its fire onto these guys, assuming they're still there. Yeah. Hopefully we'll be able to get eyes on these guys and blap them. And if they get into the building, these guys on the other side should be in position to look through the windows and shoot them. But we'll see. Also, the Hellcat, I can't remember whether I decided to do it or not. Despite the fact that it was only this morning. Go hapless. I really want to kill this King Tiger. I feel like that's going to be such like a psychological blow that's really going to make me feel better, and it's going to make Titan feel a lot worse. Not a lot going on apart from that. It's we're just kind of Titan's sort of pushing this way and he's tentatively pushing up this way. All this stuff in the middle is just good old what would you call it? Support teams and HQ units. So yeah, the crunch point is going to be the church, I think. Might have to look into getting some photos of the church. This is a real place, obviously. Rocherath is a real place, and there was fighting here. Rocherath-Krinkelt, twin villages. Look it up. And there's actually was scouting around looking for photos of the battle, and apparently there's one from inside the church, so that would be interesting if it makes for a good thumbnail. Anyway, babbling away, let's just press go and kill those guys there and kill them dead, because they have got to be moving up towards the building this turn. It'd be silly not to. I've lost track of them. And oh look, stuff down there. The greyhound over here is getting machine gunned a bit by a team over here. You can see them, the guys in the church. Bit of fire going on. Looks like it's going to be a good time to start mortaring that wood. I can't remember whether I made the decision to do that last turn or not. Okay, so yeah, Titan's definitely going in for this building. But it looks like the guys he sent, this infantry, if we remember talking about how we were thinking he has an infantry deficit, looks like his infantry is not having a good time there. So we're going to have to watch this turn and see what happens. Also have to watch the King Tiger and see what that does. See if it carries on plodding. Well, that was a bit of fire from the... So the greyhound shots. Let's see what's going on there. So yeah, that is just area fire, so we kind of skimped it on these guys a bit. I don't know whether we just lose sight of them because they go to ground, or whether Titan moves them up. But look at that, that is definitely a full infantry squad right there. That's that MG team running back. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many MG42s or 34s we're looking at? That's a 42 there. So these guys are probably just grenadiers. Kind of looks that way. Though actually Panzer Grenadiers in Normandy, because it's earlier in the war, the Panzer Grenadiers have 2 MG42s per squad. Here, now that we're into very late 44, 45, obviously the German war machine is suffering somewhat due to That's probably more infantry there. Who knows what that is? It's HQ, HQ. That's the MG in the distance. So they're only issuing they're issuing fewer 42s because basically the industrial capacity is getting strangled by the fact that they are fighting the entire rest of the world. Oh yes, yes, yes! It did it. It did the canister. Yes. Let's watch this in. If I could slow-mo this, this would be awesome. So you can see like that one guy on the edge there. Really, these trees are really disrupting the line of sight here for the Greyhound. But yep, here we go. Canister time. Oh, I think he got pretty damn lucky there. Go on, just get the lead out. Pity you can't really see anything apart from that. Those guys are still standing by on that. That might actually be 2 squads. Is he actually moving 2 squads across out in the open? I have to see how these squads kind of conglomerate. So we have a squad gets out of the half track and runs forward. And goes to ground. And then, what, does he split them up? Yeah, I think that is a I know what? It looks a lot like he's just like he split the team in 2. How? Ooh, that's a good. I'm not sure you. Yeah, what? That's a little new on me. I was kind of thinking you could only do that at the end of a turn. You know, in the orders bit, you couldn't get it to happen. Or maybe, you know, obviously he's given his orders for the next turn and split the squad. Maybe that's just the first time I've ever seen that. That's really interesting. We may need to back off somewhat with that Greyhound, though. Look at that, the King Tiger is stopped, in fact, and is reacting to it, so yeah. Unless it is going to start engaging. No. Sometimes, you know, the turret swings around extra far, and then it moves off to the turret moves around, and then it turns around on the tracks as well to try and overextend, you know, to try and get on target faster, but I don't think that's happening. I'm not sure what that's going to be aiming at, unless it's no, because it overshot. It's not, so it's not looking at the Jeep. It might be looking at the Greyhound, but that's cool. We can just reverse it off. That shouldn't be too difficult. Did we move the Hellcat? Yes, we did, but it is a bit slower than I want it to be here. But that's, you know, that's also okay, because just the addition of it into the mix is going to mess with Titan's plans somewhat. So that's cool. So what else have we got? All the tanks are stationary. We have a lot of infantry pushing up this way, so it's time to unleash the mortars, I think. And we'll just get them to like bomb this wooded area, this little copse. That looks like definitely, yeah, 2 MG42s. That looks like a infantry team to me. And then looks like Titan is pushing. That's the marksman team. That's the scouts that were there before. Those guys haven't moved. These are the guys we saw running up last time. Yeah, that's the marksman team. Okay. And apart from that, let's have a look around. Yeah. And what's going on with those spotting icons? Why did they... disappear when I get close? Does this mean that there's more stuff coming this way? I can't really tell. And we just can't... Let's see if we can't eyeball who can see that. I didn't see this at all the last turn, and now they suddenly popped up. I'm trying to work out if that spotting contact is an old spotting contact. So, do you guys have them all the way in the back? Yeah, so... the guys in the church tower. No, I think that's just not necessarily something I need to worry about. Is there anything else to see? No, I think we should be kind of... Okay, right. Well, first of all, you need to start putting rounds into these guys. I know we don't have a lot of HE left. But we have the machine gun, don't we? Well, got 500 rounds for the MG. That mortar is going to do good there. You pop smoke and reverse like the clappers. Do not want to get pinged by King Tiger. We can pop you up later. They might still die here, but we are kind of expecting them. And you're pushing up. You guys should be able to engage anybody who comes in there. It's really only going to be like a couple of guys against 5, which is, you know, not a good number, but it's like Titan's going to push those guys, that marksman team. That way. Ah, there are no windows on that bit of house. That's awesome. I was wondering why they couldn't see anything. I really want to keep these guys under wraps still. You know, because, you know, I don't want Titan to work out their bear, essentially. Trying to think, is it worth getting the Sherman up, or is it worth saving that for later? Because part of me still wants to catch Titan's stuff out in the open. And another part of me wants to say, look, chill out, make him fight for the town. We're probably already pushing it, getting the Hellcat up there. You know, it's one of those good, do I want depth or do I want killing potential up front questions. Let's move this mortar team up here, where, okay, so they can't see into the into that building, which is probably what I want them to do, but they should be okay. We'd also find out if there's anything down here, because you know they'll shoot at them. You, Mr. Jeep, are out of ammunition. Congratulations, you've been promoted to reconnaissance. Let's just get you out of there for the time being. No, that's more than a K. I really regret not taking normal infantry and taking the stragglers, but what the hell. I am a little worried about these guys getting sniped. Is there anywhere else I could put them? They're being defilayed, yes, but reduce the angle. We'll run that as a risk, I think. These guys in this house where we can keep an eye on the flank. Oh, that's the you guys get in there as well. That's the team from the dead crew from the Sherman. Right, that should about do. Would it be cheeky and or difficult to pop up here with the Sherman? Probably, but it'd definitely be like under observation. I don't really want Titan to work out where my tanks are, particularly, he says, sending the Hellcat screaming across the map in full view of stuff that's probably still up here. Let's run that risk. On to the attack. And now turn 50 of the attack for heavy hitters. So this guy over here is still annoying us. We're still trying to mortar the Hellcat. This half-track is going to plod forward here, and we'll see if someone shoots at it. The Panther is going to peek forward a little bit in support. These infantry squads in this platoon here are going to be mounting up in the half-tracks, and we'll start sending them off at the end of this turn. This conglomerated surviving squad should end up inside the church at the end of this turn. By the end of this turn, rather, and yeah. The flak wagon should also be shooting up some buildings, so we'll see if Titan decides to respond to the flak wagon. Yeah, let's just press go. There's that marksman team there, so we'll see if they have a go at it. And oh, look! The Hellcat is moving. Where is it moving is the next question. And will any of the armour see it? Yes, please. It is still in a sunken lane. Oh, I need to stop clicking that and just leave it. And oh yeah, looks like Titan's definitely up to something. Might be trying to push us out of the church, which is like excellent. Bring it on. And we've got spots down there, so we'll have a look at that. It's a bit of a pity no one can quite... Oh yeah, the Hellcat is still pulled down to pretty much everything. Did we get close with the mortars? No, not really. I'm just going to chase the damn thing though, you know. There's a mortar team. Get all the way through fairly safely. What do we get over on this flank? This is that HMG, but it's not firing, so I assume it's out of action. And I don't think we've done anything to these guys. No. Right, let's see what we've got in the town. So these guys are the guys who ran out earlier and they are now running back. These guys have run out of the house. And they're running forward. That's like half a squad. They've decided that this is a bad idea. The guys in the top of the church tower have decided that actually we are going to shoot at people. Despite being hiding and having a target arc. And then we've had these guys in this house pop back up again, that HQ unit. Might be the a lone survivor there. Hard to judge from the icon. These guys have also popped back up, and the guys in the little church. That's because of the guys. They're probably just shooting at the guys at the top of the church tower, who were doing really well until they started shooting at leading everybody. Not. Maybe they got away with it. Might be fine. Those guys ran back inside there. There are two guys at least in that section, one of which still has his radio. We're going to have to move forward and smack this place up. I know there's still a Jackson around there somewhere. Let's just do a quick walls check. So it reversed out from there, it went through there, it then went round there, and is still lurking around there somewhere. Makes sense to me. So yeah, not sure what's happened there. It looks like Titan's kind of decided to just push forward to see if there's anyone in the church still, maybe. Well, he knows there's people in his church because I'm machine gunning the snot out of them. I do wonder if it's going to be worth trying to shoot down into the top of the Hellcat there. We can always put another team up in the church tower. And then down here, these guys. Yes, we have lots of people inside half-track, so that's good. So yeah, I think... Well, these guys have picked up a G43 as well. Let's... We're shooting into an open-topped vehicle from an elevated position at a distance of about 250 meters. It's not going to hurt to try. Our lone amazing mortar team there. We'll get some mortars out that way too. This half-track isn't actually shooting at anything because it has no ammunition, so it is now our transport half-track. Just for a laugh. Let's come back to it. I just want to put like a shell from the Tiger. Just close by, just to have it zip over the top of it. Pop you forward a little bit again, Mr. Panther, and put some machine gun fire out down there. We now have expendable squad. You go first. And let's get you down there. We'll just push those guys straight at the enemy. That lone, slightly mangled half track. And then stand by to follow up the next turn with the other ones. Those guys are actually probably pretty safe from the old flak wagon in that position. That's not worth, is it? Come on, let's rethink that, Hapless. We're not going to hit anything there. This flak wagon is surprisingly non-effective. Well, not non-effective, but it's not really doing an awful lot. I do want to push up more in the village, but I feel like I should wait until I get more bodies in there, which is what we are going to do now. So off you guys go. One half track at a time. That is a living half track. Left a bit for you. Some fire out over there. We're just putting fire out there, we're not really doing anything decisive, but at the same time I don't particularly want to have a massive amount of fire going out that way. So we are kind of on a slow grind rather than anything decisive here. I'm kind of wondering where that damn Jackson went. At least we know where the Hellcat is, and we know that Titan's bothered enough about it that it's just sitting there not doing anything in a position where it can't do very much. Well, it could shoot at the church tower, I suppose. But yeah. That's an interesting one. But whatever, you know. Yeah, let's push the go button. I kind of want that toe hold, and then we can start pushing up into the village.